Well, we're just starting out. We just aired down and I disconnected my sway bar, front sway bar links, and we're just starting out on the Hole in the Rock trail. It's 90 miles from Blanding, Utah. There is a little bitty, it's not really even a town, called Hall's Crossing. It's really just a ferry crossing of the Colorado River. That's 13 miles from here. There's a place to get gas there for about $4.50 a gallon, which we did top off because this is a long trail. So it's very, very remote. I wouldn't do it alone for sure. We have 3 Jeeps with us. I have probably 5 gallons of potable water, enough food to keep me alive for a long time. My satellite, emergency device. So we should be good to go. Basically just getting started off on the Jeep Badge of Honor Trail, Hole in the Rock. I remember seeing this old half track on several of the videos. In fact, I think I've seen people who've camped here, right where the half track is. We're only into the trail about 4 miles or so. Just a little confusion there at the half track because there's 2 roads that leave out of there. But somebody wrote on one of the roads, like in a Sharpie, just wrote Hole in the Rock on one of the little posts that are there. There's a post for a trail that says 261, and another one that's 4 digits. It's like 2444 or something like that. I didn't read it, but at any rate, it's we believe that we're on the right route. And I also, a while back, using my Gaia map, I hit record, so it leaves breadcrumbs. So in case we did get lost, I can turn that on and we can just reverse trail. So. Now we're just a hair under 10 miles in now, and up until now it's been mostly just a road. Now we're starting to climb a little bit, and definitely needing 4-wheel drive. Again, it probably won't look like it on the video, but we're climbing here. A little bit of a shelf road here. It's plenty wide. It's nothing like some of them I've been on in Colorado. There's room for 2 Jeeps to pass here. Well, here we're roughly 12 miles in.
I think I can connect this back, so let me just double check. That was really weird, but we're back on the trail.
This is very, very steep. And downhill steep is harder than uphill steep. Again, the video won't point it out probably, but it's very steep. a tricky little section here. I'm pretty sure I can do it though. Yep, didn't hardly spin. This is tricky though up here. What Russ and I were just out of the Jeeps taking a look at this. It's a little tricky. I don't think dangerous, just a little tricky. Well, I guess tricky and dangerous is kind of the same thing when it comes to wheeling. This has been a very interesting trail. One of our biggest challenges has been finding the trail as we're going. It's not, and I kind of like it, it's almost like a scavenger hunt. It's not marked, hardly at all. Every once in a while you come across a marking, but mostly you got to figure out by seeing like tire marks, scrape marks from, you know, skids and stuff like that on rocks. It's really something. It's been fun. Well, we're 22, almost 23 miles in, and the first basically 10 was just a road, and that took no time at all. And then this last 12 miles, holy smokes, it's just obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. So it's something. It tests your endurance mentally to kind of stay in the game, and not, you know, and to still be careful with your Jeep and not wreck anything.
Really fun little obstacle coming up. Hey, we can do some night wheeling.
It looks like we're approaching the mesa area. Wow, it's straight up. Wow, wow, wow. We're gonna go up to the top of the mesa here. This is something. This is probably gonna be the toughest part of the trail right here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I know the Jeep will make it just from experience, but wow. I mean, it is straight up. For real, this is something.
Am I reading this right? It looks to me like I gotta cross over to the driver's side of these boulders and then climb up that side, yeah?
It sure looks that way to me, Russ. If you want me to come up there and spot you, I will.
I think I got it. I just wanted to make sure I'm not putting myself in a stupid position for no reason.
Nice job. Honestly, as enduring as this trail is, I would do it again. I really would. I mean, if someone that has never done it and wanted someone along that has.
I was just messing around. It's actually been a fun trail. It's just long.
Yeah, it takes endurance, mental endurance mostly, because you don't want to. You got to stay on your toes.
Well, I'm glad I'm with y'all, cause if I wasn't, I'd have been done lost my mental endurance about 10 miles ago. If it wasn't for all this wonderful scenery that we are able to see, Like, had this been in Windrock Park somewhere, I'd have been like, look, y'all, I'm turning around going back.
We're actually doing this trail in the easy direction right now. This is going to be harder coming down. This is far and, well, not far and away, but this is the toughest obstacle on this trail coming up right here now. Yeah. That's the way to go. Probably didn't look like much on film, but it's a big drop off to the right, so it a little bit of sweaty. That was cool looking. I got that on my dash cam. There we go.
Randy?
Yeah.
Fucking good job, man. That was some fucking wheeling, man. Well done.
And we're moving.
Okay, well, it's Tuesday morning, about 8 o'clock. We stayed overnight out on the trail. So cool. And now we're, heading back to the trailhead, but we got a good probably 4 hours ahead of us to get back to the trailhead, and then we're going to drive to Moab, which is about roughly 150 miles. So that's the plan, going right into the sun today, or this morning. But we got some, as you can see, some pretty serious wheeling ahead of us yet.
This looks right. I'm seeing tire tracks that look right on your map too.
10-4.
Brian?
One of the biggest challenges of this trail has been finding the trail, and I've read about that too. So we've gotten off the trail and back on. Good thing on our way out I left breadcrumbs with my GPS, so we will find it. It's not like we're not going to find it. Heck of a climb right off the bat here. Yeah, you're right on the trail now.
Dude, that was a little bit crazy. I'm kind of sort of really glad we didn't do that last night.
It was just a touch. We just passed the spot where yesterday we sat under a shade tree to have a snack and lunch or whatever. This trail, what's really interesting about this trail is it starts out absolutely simple. You could take your Prius on it, for the first like 7-8 miles or whatever. And then it slowly keeps getting harder. Where you need a 2-wheel drive pickup truck just because of the clearance, and then it just, by the time you get to, I don't know, 12 miles in or something like that, you know, you need a 4x4, and then you get to, say, I don't know, 15 miles. This is I'm kind of guessing. Then you got to have a high clearance, you know, steep approach angle, departure angle vehicle, a Jeep basically, or you're going nowhere. And it's just interesting like that. It just keeps getting more and more challenging right up to the end, right to the end. It's like the 4th of July, the grand finale is at the end.